loyalty to both the shared vision of progress for the Sunshine State and as encapsulated in our East agenda of Mr. Governor.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who congratulated the new commissioners, charged them to discharge their duties with a sense of integrity and patriotism while upholding due process and building cordial working relationships with their ministries, departments, and agencies. Aiyedatiwa noted that his administration has maintained continuity by building on existing projects while also introducing new initiatives across the state. He added that proactive engagements with credible investors are already yielding positive results for the state's economy.
The people of Ondo State expect nothing but the best from us, having entrusted us with an overwhelming mandate, and we must strive to deliver on all our electionary promises. Your appointments or upgrading of your appointment or elevation, if you like, are a testimony to your capabilities and outstanding attainment in your private endeavors and the public service. I have the confidence that you will make meaningful contribution to statecraft with a view to delivering dividends of good governance to our people of Sunshine State.
The governor, who restated his passion for a better state, appealed to family of the appointees not to put undue pressure on them towards avoiding distraction.
I encourage you to familiarize yourself with our development policy, trust, our ease, which is our covenant with the people of Ondo State that is encapsulated in this 7-point agenda. I implore you to strive to make your mark in line with its objectives, and let us work together to propel Ondo State forward. Our focus is on economic development, food security, education, healthcare delivery, infrastructure, security, youth empowerment, and social welfare. Will we work tirelessly to ensure that our state becomes a model for others to emulate? Since our inauguration, we have made significant strides in our various sectors. We have initiated projects, improved the infrastructural base of the state, as well as enhanced the lives of our citizens through various socio-economic welfare programs.
Aiyedatiwa also noted that his government will remain resolute in the fight against criminality, noting the recent approval of a bill seeking stiffer penalties for kidnappers and abductors. Astute followers of the political landscapes in Ondo State are of the view that the newly inaugurated members of the State Executive Council will add value to the present administration towards sustaining the current impactful governance being enjoyed across board. From the International Culture and Events Center, the Dome in Akure, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
And following their inauguration into Ondo State Executive Council, the new commissioners have been assigned the following portfolios by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa: Igbekele Ajibe for Education, Ayorinde Olawoye Infrastructure, Lands and Housing, Ayodele Akonde Water Resources and Public Sanitation, Alabi Johnson Energy and Mineral Resources, and Amidu Takuro Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. Others are Adewale Akinlosoto, Regional Integration and Diaspora Relations, Idowu Ajanako, Information and Orientation, Sheun Osamaye, Women Affairs and Social Development, Tobloko, Environment, Olaolu Akindolire, Budget and Economic Planning, Sunday Olajide, Physical Planning and Urban Development, and Omoyofumi Henry, Youth and Sports Development. The rest are Bola Ademuagun, Commerce, Industry and Cooperatives, Leye Akinola, Agriculture and Forestry, Banji Ajaka, Health, and Adesoji Afolabi, Culture and Tourism. Stakeholders in Ondo State have set agenda for the newly sworn-in commissioners in the state. The inaugurated commissioners were charged to carry out their duties effectively, be accountable, responsive, and efficient in producing positive results in their various ministries towards the development of all sectors in the state. Joy Piles has more.
In any state government, commissioners play a vital role in policy implementation, administration, and overall governance. They head specific ministries, formulating and executing policies, as well as ensuring efficient operations within their respective areas of responsibilities. It is one thing to conceive a policy direction and another to have capable hands to key into it for actualization. Having these in mind prompted Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa to appoint 16 commissioners that would work towards implementing the efforts of the administration's vision.
That as state commissioner of the government of Ondo State, I will be serving my duties to the best of my ability.
Following the inauguration, charges have resonated from different quarters to the new commissioners to demonstrate dedication, integrity, and humility in their service towards repositioning the state. The improvement of sectors such as infrastructure, agriculture, education, health, as well as sports, among others, addressing key challenges and implementing strategic reforms was harped upon.
Education is the bedrock of development. Particularly the education commissioner to focus more on developing and repositioning the education system in the state.
Health is very key. Most of the hospitals are not functioning very well. So I want to encourage whoever that is there in the Ministry of Health to try as much as possible to equip all these our health centers.
Our youths are noted for being one of the brightest in schools nationwide. Then I want to see how the Commissioner for Education and Commissioner for Sports will marry sports and education together, because everybody is going, the whole world is going the area of sports now. There's no profession that can give you $500,000 a week, only football. All right? So if you want to get it right in Ondo State, we must empower the younger generation who have talent.
We wish the new commissioners well, but they should work to reduce the hardship which our people are facing at the moment.
We as traditional rulers, we expect them to be up and doing in their assignment given to them.
In the field of energy, you'll recall that meters have been helping, and that has stopped excessive billing, estimated billing, and cheating of the citizens. So that is one other area that they should focus on.
My expectation is that they should perform better than those that have come before them. Are you getting me? At least we need improvement. Not that those that left did not do well. They did very well, but we want them to bridge some gaps, and most importantly, they should cooperate with Mr. Governor.
Respondents who expressed confidence in the ability of the commissioners also called on the state government to ensure that the commissioners are assigned portfolio based on their experience. Some of the newly sworn-in commissioners expressed readiness to live up to expectations in their various portfolios.
I'm coming to the new role with a new vision, with new ideas, and with new energy. I'm coming to this position for the first time. So definitely expecting a very dynamic and very new system.
We promise you that Ondo State will be better for it, because we follow a leader that is purposeful in his leadership.
To ensure that we assist Mr. Governor in the actualization of his vision for Ondo State. By God's grace, this state will not remain the same.
Expectations are high for the new commissioners to deliver. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
And in another development, the Ondo State government has approved a policy change allowing civil service officers in intermediate, superintendent, and executive cadres with relevant university degrees to be promoted up to grade level 15. This new directive, effective from January 1, 2025, follows numerous appeals by officers across various ministries, departments and agencies seeking career advancement beyond grade level 14. A circular signed by a permanent secretary in the Office of Establishments and Training, Mrs. Daria Tunshi, confirmed the approval and clarified that only officers whose degrees directly relate to their career fields and who have served at least 3 years at grade level 14 are eligible for promotion. However, officers in the superintendent technician cadres within the health sector are currently excluded from this promotion exercise pending further instructions. The circular also stressed that promotions depend on the availability of vacancies and compliance with existing schemes of service. And the Ondo State government has postponed papers scheduled for today in the ongoing joint SS2 promotion examination across all public secondary schools in the state. The decision follows the federal government's declaration of a public holiday to mourn the passing of former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. The affected exams, English language, commerce, and woodwork, will now hold on Thursday, July 24, 2025. The Administrative Secretary of the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Akindele Ige, in a statement apologized for any inconvenience this postponement may cause students, parents, and examiners. Moving on to the demise of former President Muhammadu Buhari, most government and private organizations in Ondo State have complied with the federal government's directive to fly the national flag at half-mast for 7 days in honor of the late former president. Osrc's Abidemi Akinrotoye monitored the observance in various parts of Ondo State and reports widespread adherence to the flag half-mast order as a mark of respect for the former leader.
Following the death of Nigeria's former president Muhammadu Buhari on July 13, 2025, President Bola Tinubu issued a directive for the national flag to be flown at half-mast for 7 days. The move is part of nationwide mourning in recognition of the late president's decade-long service to the country in both military and civilian leadership. From the presidential villa in Abuja, where the flag was seen solemnly lowered, to government offices, schools, and private institutions across Ondo State, the nation is united in observance of this national period of mourning.
We are mourning a hero, a general, an ex-president, a man that have labored and fought gallantly for Nigeria, for the peace and prosperity of a Democrat. We are monitored, that's why we are doing half-mast everywhere. If you see, though he's an old man, his Baba is 82, but we missed him and we are also missing him. So that's why we are doing all over Nigeria, the military, the police, everybody, we are doing half-mast flag for 7 days to celebrate the general, to celebrate the legacy.
From my own point of view, it's a sign of respect. At least when you look at some of his contributions to the development of Nigeria, we talk in terms of, especially in the area of petroleum. You know, this man was the one that established petroleum institution, the one that he equally participated in the establishment of most of these refineries, and he has paid his contribution.
At police stations, public schools, banks, and local government secretariats, flags fluttered at half-mast, evidence of widespread compliance and reverence for the departed leader. Some residents who spoke to Osrc say this gesture, though symbolic, speaks volume of national unity and shared grief.
Let us celebrate the legacy of a man of integrity, a man of honor, a man that handed over to a democratic government again. He was not a man that was selfish, he was not greedy. This is a man that when he was leaving office, he went back to his hometown, back, to his own small village, to his own small house. He never acquired wealth for himself.
Dropping Nigerian marks to have marks is an indication of recognition of the monumental personality of former President Buhari.
The national tribute transcends Nigerians' borders, with condolence messages pouring in from world leaders and international organizations, further underlining Buhari's global legacy. As the nations mourn, the sight of the national flag at half-mast has become a visible expression of collective loss and remembrance for a man whose leadership left an imprint on Nigeria's history. Abdidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
And tributes continue to flow in from leaders, political allies, and citizens reflecting on the life and legacy of former President Muhammadu Buhari. Known for his strong anti-corruption stance and decisive leadership, Buhari's passing has stirred emotions across the nation. Osrc's Blessing Obi reports on reactions from residents in Ondo State.
Muhammadu Buhari was elected President of Nigeria in 2015 and re-elected in 2019, serving 2 terms as a civilian leader after previously ruling as military head of state from 1983 to 1985. After handing over power to President Bola Tinubu in 2023, he returned to his hometown of Daura, where he lived a quiet and private life. On July 13, 2025, the former president passed away in London, surrounded by family and close aides. He was 82. Since the news of his passing emerged, tributes have poured in from across Nigeria, with many describing Buhari as a patriot who devoted his life to serving the nation.
Even when he was the military head of state in the he had this saying then, that Nigeria belongs to all of us, that we are not going anywhere, that we should stay in Nigeria to salvage the system. That means there is no better place than our home. He was a good person, he was very pragmatic.
He has lived a good life and he has done his own as far as Nigeria is concerned. So in life, there is nobody that is perfect. There will be minuses, there will be. But what I know about him is where he's done well is more than where he can be criticized of.
Others reflected on his simplicity and sense of purpose, stressing the inevitability of death and the need to live a meaningful life.
Lifetime. Thank God that has come and conquered.
Nobody can decide the time to live or to die. Life and death comes from God. So that he has gone now. We thank God for his family. The whole Nigerians, all of us are mourning him. So rest in peace.
From international leaders to past Nigerian presidents and current President Bola Tinubu, tributes have celebrated Buhari's courage and integrity in steering the country through some of its most challenging periods. The former president leaves behind a legacy of service that echoes not just in Nigeria, but across Africa and the wider global community. Preparations are underway for a state funeral, expected to draw dignitaries and world leaders in honor of a man who shaped the course of Nigeria history. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
Away from the passing of former President Muhammadu Buhari, there is a growing concern amongst Nigerians following the latest visa restrictions announced by the United States of America and the United Arab Emirates. Many view the new policies unfair and targeted, particularly towards students, business travelers, and tourists who frequently journey to these countries. In this report, Osrc's Blessing Obi again takes a closer look at the changes and the attendant reactions of some Nigerians, and the report is presented from our studio.
In recent times, a number of countries have tightened their immigration policies, introducing stricter visa rules as part of broader efforts to regulate entry. The United States announced that beginning July 8, 2025, Nigerians applying for non-immigrant and non-diplomatic visas will be issued only single-entry visas, valid for only 3 months. This marks a significant shift from the previous policy, which allowed multiple entries for up to 2 years or more. U.S. authorities say the decision is in line with President Donald Trump's reciprocal visa policy and ongoing efforts to safeguard the country's immigration system. Simultaneously, the United Arab Emirates, a top travel destination for Nigerians, has also introduced stiffer visa requirements. Under the new UAE rules, Nigerian applicants between the ages of 18 and 45 will no longer be granted tourist visas unless accompanied by someone. Those aged 45 and above must now submit a personal bank statement showing a monthly balance of at least $10,000, approximately 15 million naira, over 6 months. This development follows the recent lifting of a 2-year visa ban on Nigeria by the UAE. Other countries, including the UK and Canada, have also implemented similar restrictions in recent months. The federal government of Nigeria has expressed concern over these new policies and is calling for a review in the spirit of mutual respect and diplomatic cooperation. Many Nigerians are worried about the ripple effect, especially for those who depend on frequent travel to the US and UAE for business, education, or personal reasons.
The ultimate of Trump's policies concerning visa and immigrant to the US is probably to reduce the incursion of illegal immigrants into the country. Probably this stems from the fact that most of the citizens who believe very much in him believe that immigrants have taken over some of the job opportunity they are having, and in order to pay way for them, must find a means of deterring them coming to their country. So I would think this is part of the thing that is responsible for all these tumbles of restriction.
Many more people will now be forced to stay indoors, that is, stay within Nigeria, and no provision for them, either to eat or even to find work. So that is the negative side of it. The positive side of it is that if we are forced to remain, then we will think of what to do to make us exist, to make us excel. Otherwise, if we are following this easy way, that is going out, we will not think of what to do. If we don't face challenges, we will not think of improvement.
The call now is for Nigerians to see this development as a wake-up call to reform its passport system, strengthen foreign policy, and improve the country's global image. Blessing Obe, Osrc News.
And that's it on Sunshine Reports. Join us at 7 for the OSRC flagship news. Good afternoon.
Go.